Hi, my name is Jennifer. For Module 14, we had to work in groups. We had to choose a problem statement and do an action research about it. The general goal of action research is to create a simple, practical, repeatable process of interactive learning, evaluation, and improvement that leads to increasingly better results for schools, teachers, or children. It may also be called a cycle of action since it typically follows a predefined process that is repeated over time. Because we worked as a team, our group chose to research two problems. The first problem is children in the age of 4 to 10 with language problem. This we did at the Shrigani school. And our second problem was children with disabilities can't receive proper guidance at a normal school, in this case at OS Mata. For this research, we use surveys, interviews, and pictures. My fellow team members are Lachmi Jainula and Safira Karwofodi. Before I proceed, we would like to say thanks to some people for their contribution and participation in this research. First, the head of the schools, Mrs. Sabayo, she is from OS Mata, and Mrs. Garib Manko, she is from Sri Ganesh. We also like to thank the teachers and students of OS Mata and of the Sri Ganesh School. And we want to say a special thanks to Kimora because she is the student with a disability. Problem description. Dutch is a very difficult language for some children, especially in the age group of 4 to 10 years. Because Suriname is a country of mixed cultures, there are a lot of kids speaking another language at home. This results in bad school grades where the official language is Dutch. Our second problem description, a child with a disability should be at a special school. The teacher of this school, the teachers of OS Mata are not special trained to teach such a child with a disability. But because OS Mata is in the district and far from the city, this child was allowed at school. The main question about this problems about the problem statement is first, how can teachers solve the bad Dutch results at the Shrigane school? And second, what special guidance can a child with a disability receive at OS Mata? Our group chose to do the research at these two schools because Safira and Lachmi are teachers at these schools, and so it was easier to get permission in such short notice. Um, Information of the school, Sri Ganesh School, that is at the Verlenga Marawena Strat number 69, and OS Mata, that is at the main road Mata in the district Para. The path we took after getting permission of the head of the schools, we together we made a survey for the teachers at both school. Because of the distance, we divided our work. Safira, who also lives in Mata, collected the data at OS Mata, and meanwhile, Lakshmi did her research at the Sri Ganesh school. We also made a questionnaire for the kids and the teachers of both schools. It was great teamwork. The only problem we had during the execution of our research was time. We wanted to do more, but because of the limited time, we had to do less. Some questions we asked the teachers of the Shrigane school about the problem Dutch at schools are: how do most students in your class performs at Dutch and reading? Are you satisfied with the current teaching method of Dutch? With which Dutch method would you like to work? We asked the question at the teachers from the first grade, second grade, and the third grade. Problem two, children with disabilities cannot receive special guidance at OS Mata. Some questions we asked the teachers were, how do you experience it as a teacher to have a child with a disability in your class? What contribution does the environment make to the learning process of such a child? And where are the biggest problems in the area of language? Data we collected to assess the effects of the action proposed in solving the problems. We used surveys at both school. Um, with the help of the surface, we made a pie chart and a bar chart to make a feasible visualization. Some tools teachers use to help children with language problems are pictures, books in front of the classroom. And some tools that teachers use to help a child with a disability is take the child apart and try to explain and use the sign language book. Our conclusion for problem one is it is very important to learn Dutch besides your mother language because every subject at school is given in Dutch. So the teachers also need the help of the parents. Beside their own language, it is very important to learn them to speak proper Dutch when they're still little. Also, the community can do a lot more by making more Surinamese productions. Conclusion problem 2. It is very difficult for children with disabilities who lives in Mata to attend a special education. They have to deal with teachers who are not authorized to give them to teach him, but those teachers are doing their utmost with the limited knowledge and research they have. It would be good if the government placed a teacher there who is trained to give special education. This also gives the child a fair chance to study. Thank you.